Hi, Sant. Okay, we'll start with Sant. These are the only free readings, by the way. I don't know if people get that. Like, people don't usually get that, but I've made it very clear today. So we're going to start off with you, Sanj, and then the next two we'll do. So Sanj, it looks like you could really get what you want in a situation here. I see, you could actually get what you want in a situation here. There's something where there's a lot of harmony and peace and just, well, there's just this whole feeling of like everything's going great, and it's something that you really want to happen, and it looks like it's going to happen. It looks like this is something that would bring a lot of harmony to your life, and it's going in the right direction in regards to what you want right now, okay? So it could have to do with a Sagittarius person, or you could be a Sagittarius, and if not, we're just talking here about basically a really great feeling of everything is centered and everything feels really good and right. And it's something that you really want to happen, and it does happen, and it goes well. Yeah, I am doing well. Thanks for asking. How are you? How are you, Sanch? So yeah, I'm just asking everyone to read the description just so that they can know what I'm offering today, because it's a little bit different than normal, it's a little bit different than I usually do, so that's why I'm asking you to look at that. So this is something that, hi Hia, this is something that basically, right, this is something where it could be a little too good to be true type of thing, so just be careful with that. Anything in regards to that, just basically be careful. You have a lot of options here. You could really go with pretty much many different ways about this, So basically, we see that, these different options are kind of unrealistic. There's something about these options that are just like a little bit too good to be true, right? So that's just what we're looking at here. This person is like in awe, like, but also perplexed, like they don't really know what to do because of these options that they're being offered are kind of all over the place. Some of them are very scary, some of them are very unrealistic, and some of them, promise great things, but it's like, which one will you go with? You just have to be very careful with this because, it can go, you might have you might want to go in the direction of something that's a bit unrealistic, okay? So I would just be careful with whichever way you choose to go about this. And just try to make sure that it's a practical approach you're taking, okay? It looks like there is somebody supportive there for you, which is awesome. This could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, of course. And another thing about this card is this could be you nurturing somebody else. So what we're talking about here is basically, you either nurturing or being nurtured. Either way, I feel like you have support there that is for you, so I wouldn't doubt that. If you're doubting that at this time or whenever this, comes about or occurs or comes up in your life, whichever options you choose, you should probably consult with this person. It could be a water sign person again. If not, then we're just talking about a person who's very nurturing, very motherly, and they should be here to support you throughout this. I think that you should probably not do this alone. July born Cancer. Okay, nice. So this could be you yourself nurturing somebody else. But I do feel like it's another person, I feel like it's you either nurturing someone or someone nurturing you. But either way, maybe it's saying you need to be there for yourself, like even more instead of others, like support yourself and use that self-care, practice self-care, but also just practice, self-care in the sense that you are taking precautions and you're doing what you need to do to protect yourself and make sure that you're making the right option. You're making the right choice, okay? Choosing the right options here. So I feel like, Sanch, this is going to go pretty well for you. You just kind of have to be careful of some things that are a bit unrealistic, okay? Okay, so just try to be careful with that and try to just do something that is practical as it, can be. Okay, great. Awesome. Yeah, okay, let me check that. Was it PayPal? I'm guessing it was, just because I do not get notified on PayPal anymore. So let me just check it really quick, okay? How is everybody doing? How are you guys? All right, so let's see. Nice, okay. Okay, so good. Okay, nice. So you want to do the 20 minutes? Let's do it. All right, so please post your questions. I mean, if you know what they are already. If you don't, that's fine. Just along the way, like when you have one, I'll periodically check for other questions that you want to ask. And that's how we'll do it, okay? I'm going to read your question first, and then I'm going to start the timer, okay? And thank you, by the way, for your donation. I do appreciate you. So I would like to ask about a guy called Mustafa. No contact sort of situation. I got a few questions about him. How is he feeling in our no contact? Will he reach out? Okay, now I'm going to start the timer. $20 minutes, okay? So, let me go back to you. Okay. I'm Leo, he's a Pisces. Thank you for that. So we're going to see about this person, Mustafa. You're in a no contact situation. We want to know how he currently feels about you at this time. How does he currently feel about you at this time? Mustafa. Ooh! Dropped a couple of them. Okay. How does he currently feel at this time? How does he feel at this time for you? No problem, Sanch. Okay, he's very in his head about you. He's very much not, well, you said you guys are in no contact, but basically here we do see that he is thinking a lot about, either he's self-reflecting, but since we're asking about you, he could be thinking about, this is also the Virgo card, little side note, but with the Hermit card, he could be thinking a lot about the connection, about what he needs to do differently or what he wants to do next, basically. This is a lot of self-reflection. This is thinking about his part in the situation. Like, it's very self-focused, not in a selfish way, but in the way of trying to understand things. So that is a good thing. We do see that he is thinking about it. This is in regards to you. Yeah, he didn't follow up for us to go out, and I was hurt due to it. Right. Gotcha. Hey, Feisty. So, what else do we need to know about how he feels about her currently? How does he feel about Hia currently? How does he feel about Hia currently? How does Mustafa feel? Okay. So, we do see he is seriously in his head about this. And I say that because, first of all, he feels like he cannot really communicate. The Two of Swords here, it basically resembles somebody who feels like they can't speak, or what they say won't matter or won't be heard, like their contribution, swords. So it's very mental. It's mental energy, talking, writing, speaking, just mental, communication basically is, he's at a crossroads. He feels like what he says won't matter. He feels like what he says won't be heard. He feels like he's judging it. He's trying to he uses better judgment and judge the situation. But for now, we see that he's having difficulty, really understanding how to approach this. So he's very much in his head about it and very kind of doubtful, I would say. Doubtful that he is going to be able to get his point across in whatever way he's trying to get it across. Why didn't he follow up? The cards will kind of lead us toward what you need to know about this situation, so let's see. Right. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Feisty. Okay, so let's see. Why didn't he follow up? Why didn't he come through on what he said he would on meeting up? Why didn't he do that? What was the problem? What kept him from coming? Okay, well, we do have the Knight of Cups. So I would say that he is interested in coming toward you in some type of way that is going to be emotional, or, you know, it's going to cause emotions to be stirred up in you. He may be offering emotions to you as well. But, oh, and we have the Ten of Cups as well. Seven of Pentacles here makes a little bit of sense, right? Because we're talking about this person who is waiting for this garden to grow, waiting for it to blossom into its fullest potential of what it can be. So basically here we're talking about a person who's going to be taking a while and taking some time, and, you know, you're going to have to be a little bit patient, and they're having to be patient as well. Ten of Cups is here, so I mean, I feel like this is definitely worth the wait. It's something that just needs to happen at this time. For whatever reason, he's going through and trying to think about what way to express himself to you. You said, yeah, he wanted friends with benefits in the past, and that's what I wanted, was an emotional connection. Okay, well, it looks like there is something holding him back. Now, I don't know exactly why the Two of Swords is here, or if you do know about why it's saying, like, he feels like he can't communicate in a way that would be heard very well, or a way that would really be understood by you. Now, maybe that's something that you don't realize. Like, maybe he tells you things, or had told you things in the past, and you kind of, like, one in one ear and out the other, just didn't really hear it, just wanted it to be what you wanted it to be, or something like that, you know? So we do see that he's, you know, going to take some time with this one, and he's going to wait, and you're going to have to wait as well. But the result seems to be something that is worth the wait, is what I would say. And I do think that he wants to come towards you in some type of way that will be emotional or affectionate, right? So let's see. So you're going to have to wait a little while. Do we want to see what else we need to know during this time? While we're waiting, you know, while the Seven of Pentacles is working its magic and waiting for that fully to blossom and grow, what do we need to know? He wanted me to meet him on his birthday, and I couldn't come, so I rescheduled to meet with him. But he said he had work, so I told him to hit me up if he wants to go out, and now it's been like a month. Okay. How did he feel when she couldn't come on his birthday? How was he feeling when she couldn't come on his birthday? And does that have anything to do with this? Does it contribute to his lack of reaching out, or his distance now? Tell me about his birthday. It says, whatever you intuitively feel is probably spot the fuck on. So if you feel like, yeah, he feels dissed or something like that, you know, because of you rescheduling, whatever it is you feel about that situation, I feel like is right. And also it could be telling me that what I feel about it is right. Like, basically he feels dissed a little bit. It looks like there is hope here, though, because he, you know, recovers pretty quickly, I would say. You know, if he feels negatively about something, he'll recover pretty quickly and start to feel okay about it again, or like there's hope again. So maybe he was, you know, had a little moment or a little mood, but this star here says that it can be cleared up very quickly, is what I feel. So this is also the Aquarius card, by the way, if that means anything. Okay. Tell me what we need to know about Mustafa in regards to Hia. I hope he gets a better angle, because I was one to reach out to him first after no contact for his birthday, and now it's no contact again. Okay. So is there anything she can do? Like, because I'm a firm believer of, you know, we can't make anyone else do anything, but we can only make ourselves really do things, right? Like, we can only really control what we personally do ourselves. So let's see if there's anything that you can personally do in the meantime to spark this connection again, or reminds him, or get him to, you know, feel like it's worth it, or come closer sooner? Like, what can you do personally to improve your life, or your angle, or yourself, or anything that would affect this situation in a positive way? All right, there is something that can't be let go of here. Let's see what else. So you're wanting attention. You're wanting his, you know, you're wanting him to look at you and to notice you and recognize you and acknowledge you and be there, you know, and it's something that is hard for you to let go of. You can't just, it's going to be hard for you to wait, you know, it's going to be hard for you to wait for this. So let's see, you know, you want him to give to you, you want to give to him, you feel like this is a connection that is meant to be, you feel like this is something that could really work, and it's just, it's something you cannot get off your mind. Let's see what you need to do. Okay, the world here, it's talking about completion, it's talking about things, events, happening and going on, and you know, as you go out through the year and as time travels on and keeps pushing and keeps moving, you see this completion, you see things coming full circle. So I feel like there is something that we need to know about that. There is more to this story with the World card. There is something that needs to be clarified here, and we're gonna see what that is right now. Okay, so we get these cards out. Alright, freshly, these are all freshly shuffled and upright. So what needs to be known about the world here? We're clarifying the world. We're clarifying the world card here. We are clarifying what we need to know about the world card. Why is the world card coming out? What needs to be known about the world card here? What is coming to a completion? What is closing out and what is opening? Because one door closes, one door opens. So what is this new phase that is going to be opening up to your life? And which is the one closing out? Like, what do we need to know about the world card here, please? What do we need to know about the world card? What is the story about the world card here? Tell us what we need to know, please. Tell us what we need to know about the world card, please. Tell us what needs to be known about the world card, please. Oh, look! Oh, that's awesome. So basically, it's that Six of Cups again. You know, we got that before. We got that Six of Cups here, and so I just feel like it basically does represent, like the Six of Cups can represent, you know, a past life situation. If that's what you believe in, if you believe that that is possible, then that's definitely possible in this situation. Like, you guys have known each other from past lives or for a long time, like where there is karma that needs to be completed and closed out. So that is what the World card is saying. It's saying basically some karma needs to be closed out. And you guys may have created some new karma within this lifetime, you know, with this connection you've previously had, or, you know, somewhat of a connection you've previously had that you're talking about here that is now no contact. So there could be a need to close out the karma. There could be a need to complete this. Like, this is unfinished business. I want to know, does he feel it too? Does he feel this too? Does he feel like there is a connection here that's very strong? Like, does he feel connection here? Does he know about this connection? Does he intuitively feel very strongly about this connection? Just like she does, and maybe he doesn't understand why. What does he feel about this connection in regards to the Six of Cups? What do we need to know? Tell me how he feels about this connection in regards to the Six of Cups. Okay, tell me what he needs to, or tell me what he feels in regards to the Six of Cups about this connection, please. Tell me what he feels about this connection. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is also karma. The Justice card. It's karma. It's basically balance, something closing out, something being made right, something being made, you know, something being fair, something being completed, and something just being like just, you know, like things are seen just, like clarity. You know, things are seeing a resolution. Things are seeing a balance and something working out and something being completed, you know, and something being on that level, right? Like something just being harmonious, you know, something basically being, you know, just completed and you know, like there's a resolution here. So that's what he's feeling is, yeah, maybe he does feel like there's unfinished business here that needs to be resoluted or resolved, needs a resolution. What else is he feeling about this connection? Can we know here why he's acting the way he's acting in this lifetime? Like, what do we need to know about what he is feeling about this connection and what he is trying to do next, or what we see him doing next? What actions do we see him taking next? What actions do we see him taking next towards Hia? What actions do we see Mustafa taking next towards Hia? Please. Okay. Interesting. It's almost like the Six of Cups, isn't it? The Six of Pentacles here. It's similar, isn't it? Someone's giving to someone. This one is talking about somebody, you know, it's like an adult person here giving to this child, you know, giving a cup. So it's emotional, it's supportive, that's why it's past life, because it's almost like nostalgia. It's like something that you're giving to somebody that once meant a lot to you, you know. And so obviously, and we're talking about, yeah, it's very similar, yeah. So we're talking about that feeling there, and then here we're talking about somebody giving what they have, and then almost, you know, and here too, you see, do you see this? The scales, remember? The scales. Interesting. So we do see somebody giving again. It's almost like somebody who has, you know, this person here that's giving to these people, he has something to give, and they need something that he has, that he has to give. So he's giving, and it's almost, you know, later on down the line, we see somebody maybe giving back. So this could have meant in a past life, one of you gave to the other person. Maybe he gave to you, and now you're feeling what he felt. You know, now you're feeling that pull and that sense of like wanting to connect. And maybe it's because he was the one who gave to you in a past life, and now in this lifetime, that's your karma, is kind of to give to him. And so let's see, I want to see how this can be played out. Like, what's his next action toward you? Because at this point, you're like, it's balls in his court. I've tried to, you know, give to him, right? And he is not allowing it, or he's making it difficult. I mean, what's the deal? What's the holdup, right? So let's see what the holdup is. Will he come forward? What do we see happening in the next days, weeks, months, and year? Okay. Right. So what do we need to know about this? What's going to happen next if they do connect? What do we see happening next here? What do we see happening next? I do see the Fool and the Page of Cups that fell out down here. So we do see him coming toward you. And it's kind of like a situation where he's almost like taking this leap of faith or taking this risk. And so we'll see what that risk is, because I feel like he is risking something in his perception of it. You know, this is a good thing, but the Fool makes me feel like it's something that he feels like is somewhat of a risk. And so I don't understand, you know, I mean, it could be because of that whole him feeling like he can't get his word out. Like, I want to know what he's trying to say. What does he feel like he won't be able to say to you, or what won't be heard from you? What does he want to say that he feels like with that Two of Swords, remember in the beginning? That Two of Swords, he feels like he can't, like whatever it is not being heard. What does he need to say? Well, it shows that he's concerned with possessions, material items. Maybe it's saying that he really cares about his own well-being and what he has, his security, and that's most important to him. And you said he's against commitment, so that could be kind of part of it. Like, he's concerned with his own security and not really the security of a relationship, right? But then we see him coming out here in this lifetime as this energy towards the connection. Libra is very much about relationships and another person and, you know, others, right? It's the 7th house, the house of others. So let's see what else here. What does he feel like he needs to say? We got the King of Pentacles. What does Mustafa feel like he needs to say to Hia that is not being heard? Yep, all about self-sufficiency, all about, but also with the 9 of Pentacles, it's about self-sufficiency, right? She's got her pentacles there, she can take care of herself, and that's a masculine energy, is self-sufficiency, independence, you know, being able to provide for yourself. That's a very, or provide in general, that's a very masculine energy. But the feminine side of it is, you know, she's nurturing this garden, she's feeding this bird, keeping those 2 things alive, she's nurturing, and that's feminine. So we see the all-around person here, the all-around, you know, the ideal, both sides, masculine, feminine, you know, working it out both ways in this lifetime. When we see this together person, this person is so concerned with their security and well-being and their ability to take care of themselves. So maybe they're just overly concerned with that, and they're just kind of like, I can't really give to another person right now. You know, this is what I'm concerned with, especially with the King of Pentacles. This is so much different than the 9 of Pentacles, because this is very self-focused. This is not even self-focused, but very, like, material focused, you know, focused on what is their possessions and what means, that's what means something to them, is their possessions. So let's see, what is his next? Well, tell me more about the Fool. That's right. I want to know what he is risking here. I saw the 10 of Wands, so I think he feels like this will be a one-sided connection, or this will be a connection where he's doing most of the work. Does Nina talk about me to him? She's a family member of his from... That's the timer, hon. That's the timer. I'm sorry, I would have loved to answer that question for you, that last question. It's a bummer, but I hope that you got some answers from that. I hope that you liked that reading. Let me know how you felt about it. Leave a comment after the live's over if you would be so kind. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you for your donation, by the way. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you got some information, some answers there, okay, Hia? Hope that that was a good reading for you. I think it was. I think that we could say it was. I think I felt your vibe. It was a good one. Yay. Okay, so I did see somebody on CashApp. Let's see what that's about. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, definitely did. You're funny. Oh, feisty. Nice. Okay. Thanks, girl. What's going on? What are your questions? Thanks for that, Ted. We really appreciate your comments. And I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that you can come and spend some more time with us. I hope you won't leave anywhere soon. You guys say hi to Ted. Say hi to Ted. Hi, Ted. He really, he's here to talk to us. How are you doing, Ted? Okay. So, Feisty, go ahead and I'll read your first question and then I'll set the timer, okay? Thank you, by the way. Awesome. I'm ready to do this for you. Cool. Have your questions ready, or, you know, we'll do the same thing as we did last time with Hia. Thanks, Hia. I'm really glad you liked it. Yeah, that was fun. I hope you come back and give us an update soon. Ooh. I wanted to know, would it be wise to get a cat now? Should we use the cat tarot for that? We should. I think we should. To get a cat, right? Like a meow. Kitty. We're going to use the cat tarot for that. Isn't it cute? It's cute, huh? I love it. I got it from my brother and his boyfriend for Christmas. Start the timer, okay? Okay, so let's see here. Feisty. What do we need to know about Feisty getting a cat at this time? She wants to know, would it be wise to get a cat at this time? Would it be wise to get a cat? Oh wait, are you saying car? Wait, let me make sure you're not saying car. Oh, okay. Whew. I was gonna say, that's embarrassing for me. Okay. No biggie. We just reset and start again. Tell me about a cat for Feisty. Is this a wise decision for her right now? Tell me all the benefits and all the cons, all the pros and cons that would go with her getting a cat, that would come with her getting a cat. Would it be a good option at this time? Would it be a good option at this time? Would it work out for her? Would it be something that would be a good decision for her or not? Tell me how this experience would be for her with a cat. At this time, does she need to get a cat? Would it be a wise decision for her to get a cat or a pet at this time? Tell us about that for her. Okay. Five of Pentacles, you said you wanted a companion. That's funny because it's like a fear of abandonment or a fear of rejection, I sense. Sorry if that's personal, but it's just this feeling of, you know, and it is a companion, you know, because the Five of Pentacles, I don't know if you remember in other decks, but it's those two people who are like by a church. There's like a church window in the background, and there's like them kind of, one of them's on crutches, I believe, and it's, you know, both of them are like injured, sick, homeless, like they need help in there, but they're still together. Like that's the point of that card, is they're still standing strong. And actually it's the original love card of the tarot, so it's funny because you're asking for a companion, and it's like, yeah, you guys would be a ride or die, is what that's saying to me. Like, even though you're kind of bringing each other down with the, you know, the card, how it looks in the other decks, you know, they're needing so much help when they're together, but they're still together. They're still going strong. So it's like, that's the companion you'd need here. And also I feel that sense of, you know, rejection. The cat can't really reject you, right? I mean, it can, but the Tower. So a lot of changes are going to be happening. I feel like you guys probably will be sticking it, you know, through together through these times. And yeah, it would probably be a great decision right now because you're going to see a lot of changes in your life. And some of those changes are going to have to do with, you know, you losing people coming in and out of your life, and you may be feeling alone at sometimes and kind of lonely, you know. And I feel like it's funny because this is kind of what we got in the last reading too, the last with Hia, the World and the Justice card. And I feel like with the Tower there, it's basically saying like, yeah, a lot of things are going to be closing out, and a lot of things are going to be made right. A lot of things are going to seem hectic right now though, but things are going to be closing out and completing. Like things that are like not working out, or things that have been stressful, are going to be closing out, and there's going to be a new phase of life, right, in many different areas of your life. But the whole thing here is like, this is what's fair right now, and this is just what it is, and I feel like that's going to be difficult. But yeah, I think it would definitely be a good decision to get this pet, because it seems like that could really help you during this time, you know. You could feel alone, like I said, people coming in and out of your life, you know. So, and this cat would be not doing that, right? It would be there through thick and thin, through all of those hard times and hardships. I feel like it would be a really great decision. Yeah, perfect decision, actually. Perfect timing for you to get one. Companion, yeah. Should I ask anything else about this, or do you have any other questions? I don't mind asking, or I don't mind looking into it further, but love reading, okay. let me switch decks for this one. Love reading for feisty. So just a general, or is there any person in particular? There's anything you want to know basically in particular for this? Let's see here. Oh, let's use the Romance Angels Oracle, yeah? And we'll get some tarot behind it too. Tell us what she needs to know. What does feisty need? Okay. You deserve love. You are lovable. You deserve love. You are lovable here. So maybe you are going after people who are not really worth your time or making you feel very loved. So because, you know, with this card, it's kind of like a reminder. It's like, no shit, right? But no, like you need to be reminded of this, because clearly, you know, lately, or maybe your choices, or maybe what you've been settling into, or just kind of like allowing, is something that you would be from a person who needs to be reminded of this, you know? No offense, again, but just saying, you know, it's that's what I feel like that card comes out for, because it's like you kind of need to be told this right now, like, hello, you deserve love, you are lovable, you know? So anything else here for feisty? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. If there's somebody that you feel you want to make a romantic gesture towards, or there's somebody that you really want to connect with, it's time to make the romantic gesture. Like, don't wait around for them to make the decision or the move, you know? Initiate. You know, there's nothing wrong with initiating. Initiating is good. It makes you look like you have this strength within you and this confidence, right? Because you're just like, yeah, I want it. I'm about it. What's up, you know? Do you want it too? If not, it's all good. But what do my coworkers think of me at work, good and bad? Okay, should we move on to that? So express your love there if there's somebody in your life that you'd like to connect with, okay? And let's see. Feisty, feisty, feisty. I feel like I always initiate. Make the romantic gesture. Maybe it's saying like you wanted to do a certain date, or you wanted to like spark the love again, and whatever ideas you have, like go with them, you know? There's no reason to hold yourself back. And if it doesn't work out, then it's like you're wasting your time. I mean, you know, like you deserve love, right? You deserve love. You are lovable and you want to love. So if that love is not being reciprocated, then it's like maybe you need to look in a different direction, you know? Just a thought, just a thought. Okay, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Just saying, you know, there's love out there for you. Maybe it's not where it's at now. Okay. What do your coworkers think of you? We want to know what they think of you, good and bad. What they think of feisty, good and bad here. What do feisty's coworkers think of her, good and bad? What do feisty's coworkers think of her, good and bad? Tell us what they think of her altogether. Okay. Knight of Cups. So they do see you as welcoming, and they see you as friendly. They want to welcome you as well. They want to, you know, enjoy you. Like there's no, I don't think that there's any hesitation to get to know you or anything like that. Okay. Thank you, feisty. Okay. Anything else we need to know? What do her coworkers feel about her at this time? Okay, carrying all the weight. Maybe they feel like, do they feel like you are carrying all the weight, or they feel like they carry all the weight here? What do they feel like? Do they feel like they are doing all the work, or do they feel like she is doing all the work? Wanting to offer you a cup again, a new, so it's like a new, it's like the beginning stages of something. Is this talking about that other position we're talking about? Like there's new coworkers around you, or there's new people around you? It seems like there's a new energy, like a young energy, like a new process beginning. So I feel like maybe this could be in regards to the other job, or this is in regards to maybe somebody younger, a younger a younger water sign person, possibly, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of course. So what else do we see here? Or maybe they're seeing you as like this young, inspiring person, you know? This Page of Cups here can also represent like this young, inspiration. It's a cup, you know, it's the beginning stages of something. It's like you can embark on a lot of inspiration or a lot of new ways, new ideas, new energy here. It's good energy though. I don't feel anything bad except for that Ten of Wands is kind of iffy. You know, it's like, what is this about? What is this trying to say? Four of Pentacles. Okay, so no, I see this as they think that you're doing a lot of the work. I mean, they see it as, and be careful with that too, because the Ten of Wands here, it could be that they see you as a person, because of this Four of Pentacles, you're wanting to build your foundation, right? You're wanting to save up money, you're wanting to build, you're wanting to create for yourself, you're wanting to have that security, and they see that, and they can see that you're working very hard to make sure that that happens. The trouble here is, it could become a situation where they see that you're willing to do all the work, and so they put all the work on you, or just like don't do all of it because they know that you're gonna like come through and want to finish it all up and make it look good, and you know, kind of complete the job, you know, the things that they didn't complete, you know, the things that they didn't do, or things that they slacked on or needed help with. Like, you're gonna be that person who's there trying to do the extra, and they might take advantage of that, you know, and maybe they won't even mean to take advantage of it, but they could just do it because they know that you will do it. And so, like, subconsciously, they just start to kind of, you know, but they do see you as a good energy. I don't think it's like anything with, like, any bad intention. It could just be, you know, we teach people how to treat us. And it's like, if you're going to do all the work, then, and they can slack off, then, hey, that's what's going to happen, you know? So just make sure you're holding everyone accountable. Because the thing about the Ten of Wands is, like, when you're willing to do all the work, like, okay, you know, it's fine, I got it. It's just easier if I do it. Like, I'll just take care of it. Then that becomes exhausting, and not only that, but it becomes, you know, it puts you in a position of, first of all, you're depriving these people of their responsibilities. It's not just you picking up the slack, it's you, you know, not allowing them to have responsibility for their job not finished, you know? Don't let that be put on yourself. Don't take all that on, because they're there for a reason, and you don't have to do that, you know? Let alone, it's exhausting. So, let's see what else they think of you. What else do they think of you at this time? What do they think of Feisty? Queen of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of cups here. There's a lot of good nurturing energy, a lot of emotional kind of connection energy. You know, the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups. It's a very much motherly, nurturing, like, there's good vibes and good energy in the workplace, which is awesome. There is nothing hateful or animosity. There's no animosity. Like, I don't feel like anyone's trying to take advantage of the other. Like I said before, I don't think it comes from that type of, you know, place inside, but it could just naturally become that way because of just, you know, we teach people how to treat us. So, you know, careful with that. But basically here, yeah, there's good energy here. I wouldn't say that there's anything hostile or anything kind of like secretive and sneaky and kind of like gossipy. It seems like everyone's coming from a good place and trying to provide for each other and trying to like make it the best that they can at the workplace. So I feel like everyone's pretty welcoming and everyone likes you. You know, there's no hate. Like, I don't see anything except for the fact that, you know, they could see you as, of course they like you because you're doing a lot of work. You know, you're the new guy and you want to, like, not the new guy necessarily, but, you know, you're wanting to work hard and you have this energy and this enthusiasm that maybe they see and they know that you will pick up the slack for them. There could be a person at work that you're connecting with very strongly and very deeply. Like, you guys are on the same page, same level type thing. Like, I don't know if it's, you know, if they're the type of person like you who kind of does go the extra mile, then maybe you guys work at different times because, or you work at the same time and it's both of you guys kind of doing everything for other people, picking up the slack for other people. But I feel like there's somebody who's on your same level. Like, there's somebody who is basically, you know, on the same page as you, and you feel like you guys are going, you know, the same direction. Like, things are just connected and you guys really get along. So if this person hasn't come around yet, I feel like they will obviously come around. You'll meet them soon, or you'll start to maybe feel that connection soon that maybe you didn't feel before, you know? Because you're starting to, you will notice this person more, you know, soon. You know, this person, it could be a new person, it could be a person who's there that you just never really connected with, and maybe now you're going to. We do see the Two of Pentacles here, so there is this kind of like indecisiveness about your situation. I don't know what exact situation we're talking about here, but you're kind of like weighing your options. You're like, should I do it? Should I not? You know, I have to sacrifice something in order to get this other thing, because you can't have both of these, right? You You can't have both. You have to choose one, and it's difficult because one is almost just as important as the other, basically. So you're trying to really decide, like, what option do I want to go with? I'm going to have to sacrifice something in order to have this other thing, and should I do that? Like, is that just going to be too hard? I mean, you're thinking about all of that stuff. It's a tough decision because it's really hard to kind of weigh those options. They're nearly similar. They're very similar. So it's just it's a tricky kind of decision you have to make there. Tell me more about this decision here. What is this decision regarding for feisty? Okay, there is something about taking a rest, taking a break, taking some time away from something, kind of just healing something, or just taking some distance and just being by yourself, like taking a vacation, taking some time off, taking a rest from the drama, the gossip, the, drinking. I don't know what it is. But just taking a rest from something. Taking a step back and just kind of like distancing yourself from that thing. It's temporary though. This isn't permanent. This is temporary. Four of Swords is always temporary. Okay, it looks like we're talking about communication with somebody. It says you'll have the opportunity to communicate with somebody, and you're gonna say no. I think this is what you're taking the break from, is trying to put yourself out there and it's not being heard, or trying to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understanding them and trying to be there for them, and they're not, really seeing that. So you're like, this is a waste of time. Like, I'm not going to do that anymore. Like, I just don't want to put my energy out there like that to this person. I don't want to communicate. Like, when this time comes, I don't even want to be, I want to take a break from this. I want to take a step back because it's not worth it. It's not worth my time anymore right now. And they want to communicate. I just don't think that they're getting it. Of course they want to. What is that going to change anything? It hasn't changed anything before, so why would it change anything now? Is kind of your thought about it. Like, you're just, I would rather just not. I'm gonna take a break on that one. I'm just gonna, we'll see, maybe in a little bit, but not now. Like right now, I just feel like no, I'm not gonna go there with this one. I'm gonna take a break on that. And it's communication with someone. You are choosing not to have that communication with that person. Tell us what she is doing in the meantime. What do we need? Oh, the Empress. So it looks like there is the birth of something. The birth of some kind of new beginning, or some kind of new venture, some kind of new perspective, way about your life, approach, path. I mean, something that has a lot of potential. You see that path in the distance? It's windy and it goes pretty far up the mountain there. It's like you're embarking on some kind of new way, and this is a temptation for you. I feel like this is something that does have dark connotations because we're talking about the devil here, but it could mean a Capricorn person is involved in some way. Wait, you said you're Capricorn, is that correct? I'm just trying to make sure I have that right. Either way, but I do feel like it is something that's somewhat of a temptation, and you feel like you've really been wanting to do this. Like, you've really been wanting something new and something just, to get lost in, or just have this new experience, not like the Fool, but just like you want something new. You want something that is going to be different, something that's going to have a lot of potential and lead you towards something that's going to be, promoting your growth, right? Improving your life. Not, opposite of that. Like, not going backwards, going forward. Having good times that are worth your time. So let's see here. Okay, so we do see, I wanted to know what the devil was there for, but we do see the King of Cups. Could be a water sign person, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and it also represents support at a distance. So you have support in your life, but it's a person who's at a distance right now, and that's fine. I mean, I don't think you're ignoring each other for any reason, or there's any type of, like, rift in your relationship is why you're not close. It could just be that they live far away, or they're just, right now busy, or for some reason they're distant, but I don't feel like there's any, like, bad blood between you. I think that's coming out because it's saying if you feel like you don't have support at this time, you should go towards that person, call them, because they will make you feel better, or they are a person who does care if you feel like no one does at any certain time. You do have that person there, or maybe it's people, but it's a strong energy there of support and nurturing, but at a distance, okay? So, we do see the Page of Wands. That could be making an impulsive decision, basically. A young fire sign person, Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's see what else here. We want to know what the devil's here for. So careful on making decisions. You know, if you're not careful, it could lead to a regret. Okay. We're done. Sorry, Feisty. But thank you. Yay, Feisty. Let me know how you felt about that reading, too, because I'm really interested in how you felt about it. I hope it was good. I hope you had a lot of clarity there. I hope you got some questions answered there and it made sense to you. Maybe after the live, when it's finished, you can leave me a comment and let me know. I'd really appreciate that. And thank you. I really appreciate your donation as well. Okay. I like this. I think it's fun. It's pretty thorough, right? Get a lot of questions answered, you know? Like a lot. So that's cool. Okay. Okay. So let's see what else. Let's see what's going on with you people. Welcome, Feisty. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go back up here to the first Ruxana, and Ruxana was the second person here, or was she the first? Is Ruxana still here? I think I can't see that far up. Can you guys see up that far into the chat? Because I can't see anymore who the first three people here were. if you were one of the first 3 people here, let me know if you're still around and if you'd still like that general reading. Because I'm not sure who it is now that I see that in the chat. I can't see that far. I can't see who, was up there. Ruxana, okay. So we'll do Ruxana for sure. I'll do her right now. Ruxana. Maybe if she comes back, then she can see that reading. Ruxana. Okay. Ruxana. We're going to see what's generally happening for Ruxana here. Ruxana. Ruxana, Ruxana, Ruxana. Ruxana, Ruxana, Ruxana. What is generally going on for Ruxana here, or Ruxana? What do we need to know today for Ruxana? What do we need to know today for her? What does she need to know? What does Ruxana need to know today? First of all, there is a fear of something. There's this, feeling that something's going to go wrong in a situation, or just a feeling of doubt, or a feeling of, something is to be worried about, or something, you're fearful of something. Fearful of, a unexpected betrayal, and let me guess, it's because an unexpected betrayal has happened before. That's why you have this bandage here on your head. You've been hurt in the past. It's not paranoia, it's you've been hurt. So you know that you can be hurt, and it sucks. So you're trying to be on guard at all times to prevent that, and you just feel like at some point it's going to happen. Like there's nothing you can do to prevent it forever, but you're going to try as hard as you can to make sure that it doesn't happen. Maybe you feel like you're owed something. You feel like there's something that you've done for someone that they should return the favor. You're feeling slighted because maybe you did a lot for that person who was down and out, and they just basically, rejected you, or betrayed you. You need to go on this little adventure here. You see this person going off into the mountains on their own. Basically, it's talking about, you finding what makes you feel whole because of this space where a cup should be right here. It's empty, and that represents, cups are emotions, right? So, 8 cups here, but one's missing. So, you're going to go off on your own, because on your own, that's the only thing that matters. Like, no one else matters in your adventure and in your journey on trying to figure out what it is that makes you feel whole. Nothing else matters except for what you think will make you feel whole. That's all that matters, because you're the one who you're trying to fill. It's not about other people or what they think. It's not even about what I think, but I'm saying that's what the cards are saying, is you need to go off on your own and try to figure out what it is that you need, because it's not going to matter what other people think you need at this time. Only you know what you need. And so I think it's important that you do that on your own. A lot of times what we try to do as human beings, we try to look outside of ourselves instead of inside of ourselves to try and find what it is that we need inside. And it doesn't work, And so that's what you need to do, is kind of like go off on your own and figure out what it is that you need, because it only really matters what you feel, and think about that. No. No. I'm just shuffling the cards and making them upright again to get ready for the next reading. I'm not doing anyone's reading. A little bit. That's why on the title this time I put it very clearly, like, free list clothes, like, donate or whatever I said, because I just wanted it to be, like, clear to people. Like, if they have any problem with that, then they probably won't even join, because they're gonna see right away. So when people, like, don't see, like, in the title itself, and then they come and say something like that, or, like, it says free list closed, and then they're asking, is the free list closed? It's like, it seems like a troll to me. Unless people just, how else would they know that it's a tarot thing, or it's like readings if they didn't read the title? And somebody left a comment the other day, like, it was cool, I get what they're trying to do. That's very nice of them to try and give me some advice like that. I just thought that, I'm not just talking about, like, anybody. I'm talking about the people that are, like, going out of their way to, like, really just drive it home, like, hey, I'm going to just ignore what you're saying and want a reading anyway, and demand that I get a reading from you for free. It's like time, not only is time money, and I'm not saying that in a way that's like, okay, I'm, greedy. I'm saying that, like, doing tarot readings is not something that you could just do forever, and it's like, yeah, like, it takes so much energy to just do, like, different energies and go one after the other. So it's, like, funny because, it's like people, I don't know if people always understand that it takes a lot of energy to do readings and, to try and tune in and, like, get somebody, some clarity there. So that's just why I don't do free ones anymore. I used to do all my readings for free. I would do the first 10 people here would get a free reading. Do you know how tired I would be after those live streams? Oh my goodness. It was fun, when I was first getting out there and doing lives, but it's like after a while I start to see why people are charging, why people are, like, they can't just do it for free forever, because it's like, no, it takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of time, and I think we all deserve, for our time, I think we deserve something for that, right? So, I appreciate what that person was trying to do and say, and offer advice. I just was like, I disagree right now in this situation because these people are trolls. A lot of them anyway. Some of them really just don't read or just don't know or don't mean anything about it. But it's, some people it's obvious that they're just there to annoy you. I used to have all these people coming in from, like, I remember on my analytics, I looked into it, the places, the sources that people are coming to the live stream from. And one of them was this website that I'd never heard of before, and so I went to it. And it's this website, you guys, literally about just, like, they tell each other, it's this little, like, blog thing where they just go, okay, this person's live, go in and talk shit. And go in, like, be on their live stream and be a troll. Like, literally, it's like, people telling different people, like, you know, sharing people that are alive and saying, go and fuck with this person. It's so disgusting. It was so weird. I was just like, wow, these people have nothing better to do. So when those people would come, I would just call out the website. I'd be like, oh, are you from this and this website? Hi, I'm so happy you're here, you know, like, welcome. You guys, everyone say hi. This is where they're from. And so say hi, everybody. We're so happy you're here. Like, what's up, you know? And, like, they would go, oh, God. I remember this one time. Yeah, it was really weird. I remember this one time this person came and was like, you know, I did the whole, hey, how's it going thing. And that person was like, oh my God, you're like really nice. I am so sorry. I'm going to go get my mental health checked. And I swear to God, and I was like, what the hell? I'm like, what are you talking about? We want you here. Welcome. No, we're happy to have you. You know, you're our friend. And they're like a week after that, they came back and said, hey, I just want you to know I got my mental health checked and I'm on medication now or something like that. They're like, I just want to apologize because you're a really nice person and I'm really sorry about that. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that totally worked. Reverse psychology. Totally worked. I just felt like intuitively that that's what I should do, is just be super nice and welcoming, and it totally worked. They haven't fucked with me since. But now some trolls are starting to come back a little bit, but I'm just nice to them, you know? I just welcome them because they want you to be upset and react. You know, they want you to not be happy with them there. So when you're happy with them there, it's like they don't really get anything from that. They're just like, oh, this person just is nice. Like, boring. Yeah, it's really sick, but it's kind of how it works, I guess. I'm not one of them, so I wouldn't know, but that's what seems to work. I think those are all upright. Doesn't look like anyone else is here, so I may take a break and then come back on a little bit. Not really about the whole sitting here waiting thing, you know? I feel like that's kind of a waste of time. But I have done that before where I like stopped and just kind of like left the screen for a while, and then people would come and be like, are you still doing readings? And I was like, yeah. And then I got a few readings that way. And like periodically, like people would, oh, oops. Oopsies. Oh no, feisty. Oopsies. My goodness. That's my bad. When was that at? 6:27. Oh, it's 6:39? Why didn't you say something? Or did you? And I just didn't see it. Let me just make sure these are all upright. And then I'll start for you, okay? And thank you, by the way, of course, again. Let's see here. What's going on? Making sure these are all upright, girl. Okay, so what was the question? Oh, wait. Do you do the 3? You wanted a general? Yeah, because I think the 3... Hang on. Let me make sure I have my own shit right today. Quick reflection, general, no question, 333. And it was 333? Okay. So you just want a general then? Oh yeah. So okay, so the one question thing is a 555, but the 333 is a general. That's, you know, it's like a just a general reading. So if you wanted to do the question or a general. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, but just let me know like what you want to do, because it's up to you. I mean, I could do the question, but what is that, like dollar and something? I don't know what it would be in let me see. I feel like I should know this, but I was right. I should know this. Like, duh. But I just want to make sure I didn't have it wrong. So did you want to do that difference, or should I just do a general? Let me know what we're doing. Either way, I don't mind. Okay, so you said, what do my ancestors want me to do for them to better connect? Because I don't know if they like their altar. There is somewhat of a disappointment here, and maybe something that's happened in the past that, you know, crying over spilt milk, laser focused on those 3 cups there, right? Just laser focused on those 3 cups. Doesn't even see these 2 opportunities. So maybe they're saying basically like, there's 2 new opportunities. Remember before 2? You said you kept seeing 222. And didn't you get this card before 2? I think that's what happened is, you're like, I keep seeing 222. What's the significance? And then we saw that there was like, I'm pretty sure that's the card you got, and it was saying 2 new opportunities, 2 new things you could do, 2 new ways to go about this, and then that was the conclusion of that. So I feel like that's still obviously an issue here, or something that you need to look at. Tell us more. Okay, King of Cups here could be a person who cares at a distance, or some kind of support at a distance that you're not seeing, or somebody who needs support possibly that is at a distance that you are not really recognizing. Like maybe you should just like start to be there for somebody who needs you at this time, and you're at a distance, so it's like not easy to like really recognize that because they're at a distance, but basically that's somebody that you need to reach out to or something. But what are these 2 cups still standing here? What needs to be looked at? Like, what 2 new opportunities are they talking about? What 2 new opportunities are they talking about for her to use instead of being disappointed or dwelling on a situation? Like, what 2 new opportunities are you talking about? These 2 cups and the 5 of cups. Okay. There's a lot of different ways you can go about this, a lot of different options for you, a lot of different ways that you can really, you know, use those 2 cups to your advantage and do something different, right? Because remember the 5 of cups. You can keep doing the same thing with those 2 cups and get the same result, right? And just be disappointed again. But the 7 of cups is saying basically you have so many different ways you can go about this and approach this. And you better choose wisely, because some of these ways are just a bit unrealistic, and some of these ways are just not going to work out. But it seems like those are the ways you might try to, you know, go towards first. I don't know who I need to reach out to unless they are talking about my mom. If there's anyone you need to reach out to, just make sure you're doing that, okay? If you feel like in your mind or heart, or, you know, your intuition that you feel like, okay, there's this probably person, I would just go for all of them, you know, just to play it safe. Like, you never know what that person needs right now, and it's just important that you make sure that if there is someone in your mind that you feel like there would be, that they would be talking about, you know, play it safe, right? Different options, many different options, different ways you can go about this, right? I would just say play it safe. But, you know, for these 2 cups here, they're saying, look, you have so many different things you can do, so many different things you haven't even looked at. Some of these ways are unrealistic. So let's see about, you know, what is, I totally am going like probably over 5 cards with this one, but I'm not reaching out to my mom. Okay, so what do I feel like this has to do with that? Okay, tell me more about this. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups here. The Devil, Capricorn. So I feel like you need to reach out to her. That's not my business, really. It's your personal life, but I just feel like that's probably I don't know. Something might happen. The Devil here, either it's trying to get your attention or it's saying you're trying to go in the way. Remember how I said that there's many different options and some of them are unrealistic, and that's the way you're probably going to go with this first. And so the Devil is saying basically your temptation or your urge to go in a way that's not, you know, the best way for you. Like something that's just not in your best interest, or something that's kind of like negative or toxic, or, you know, results in toxicity, or there's some kind of like negativity about it. You know, 3 of Cups. So join in with people who care about you a lot and get more information from them. Like, you know, if, like, take this reading to them and see what they think about it. Like the people who actually give a shit about you. I'm not talking about drinking buddies, even though it seems like we're having a great time and drinking. No, it's people who actually you can express yourself with, who genuinely care about you and actually want to see you do well and have your best interests at heart. Like whoever those people are the ones you need to talk to about this and see if it's a good idea. You know, what do they think about it? Do they think that makes sense? Do they, you know, what's the worst that could happen? They're going to be there for you if something goes wrong, but you might want to do it just in case you regret it later, or something to that effect, you know? Like, get their honest opinion on it. They actually want to see the best happen for you, so it's like, that's the people who I would go to for advice on the situation. Like, they know you best, and they want to see you do well, so they're not going to lead you in the wrong direction. 7 of Swords, taking the easy way out, avoiding confrontation, avoiding, like, you know, just not wanting to confront something or not saying how you feel about something, taking the easy way out, taking the shortcut route. You can't go around it, you can't go over it, you have to go through it, right? So you can't take the shortcut route here. Someone is hiding something or just not wanting to be confronted on a situation, not wanting to confront a situation, kind of just wanting to take the shortcut out of there. It's kind of sneaky. It's not really, I feel like, not really the best, you know, decision here for you. You're avoiding something that's just going to come up later, you know? Afraid. Been hurt in the past. See the bandage on his head? He's been hurt in the past. It's not like he's paranoid. I mean, he's been hurt. So he knows he can be hurt again, and he knows that he will be hurt again. It's not even in this card. It's not even like an option. It's not like, oh, I could be, it might. No, he's like, it will, and I'm just waiting for it, you know, and I'm going to be ready when it happens, and I'm going to make sure that I'm prepared to protect myself when it happens. So this could be about that situation. Let's see here. What do we need to know about her mom? What is this about her mom that she needs to reach out, or something to do with that? Like, tell me about that energy, please. Oops. High Priestess, you know intuitively what the answer is to that. And since you brought her up, I feel like that's something that intuitively you were feeling it was talking about. But also here, the Strength card, I feel like that is important, because it's saying basically, like, you have the strength to do this. You know, it's something that you know, this is a past life energy too. This is something that, it could be something that you just need to make right, or something that is coming up here. You asked about your ancestors. It's like, this seems to me like it's an important thing. Also the Leo card here with the Strength card, but I feel like it's saying you know what you need to do, you know you're strong enough to handle it, you know it's something that you obviously don't want to do and you're afraid you're going to be hurt, but it's something that needs to happen and it's something that you have enough strength to get through and overcome, and you might later on regret not doing it. Like, this seems like something that they're trying to get your attention about, or there's something, you know, that you're afraid of, but it's like you have the strength to be okay with it, you know, even if it's something that is hurtful or damaging. It's something that you can't really avoid, you know? You can, but I feel like you'll have regrets later if you do. If that makes sense. Just ask your friends, you know, consider it and ask them what they think, because they're the ones who are going to be there for you if something goes wrong with it, if you do reach out, and then they're the ones who are going to be there for you if something, you know, if you decide not to reach out and then you regret it later and you're all full of guilt or whatever the case is. Whatever the case is later, they're going to be there for you too. So, I mean, I think it should be them who you consult about this. You're like, something feels like, to me, like that's kind of what you said, and that's the High Priestess, is like, you know, even if you don't want to, it's like, you know. It says take responsibility for something, and there's the Moon card too, so it's like there's a lot of confusion surrounding that situation. There's a lot of feeling lost or feeling like, no, like there's a lack of clarity there. There's lack of closure, like you don't understand something about the person or about your guys' situation, and you don't think it's you. But it's saying take responsibility for your part. And I don't know what the case is. You know your life a lot better than I do, so I'm not trying to say like you deserve any kind of mistreatment. I'm just saying that there's something that needs to be taken care of, or maybe concluded, you know, closed out, if that's even, you know, just, you know, you can end it for good, but just end it then, you know, don't leave it open like that. And if they don't give you what you need to end it, then that's pretty much your answer there, you know. There's somebody who's lacking commitment in that area, and it could be them, it could be you, it could be both. I mean, it seems like one or both of you is like not really trying to commit yourselves to that relationship or that kind of connection. Somebody, you know, is flighty, and the Death card. So, drastic change or ending, and here, 8 of Cups, it's like you need to go off and figure out what's going to make you whole again, because it only matters what you think, right? So maybe, well, no, the 3 of Cups came out for a reason. I think your friends are going to be important in this, but maybe it's saying with the Death card, you know, when it's all said and done, what you're going to need to do is recover and figure out what it is that you're going to need now that you're going to move forward with or without that person. It's a big, important relationship in your life, right? Whether or not you guys have one, it still affects you, right? It's like, it's a given. It's going to affect you, and obviously, you know, drastic change or ending. So I feel like something does happen with that, you know? Like, I don't think you're just going to leave the stone I don't think you're just going to leave it unturned, right? I think you're going to go and figure out what needs to be done, and if nothing changes, then that's pretty much your answer, right? It's like nothing can be done. You have tried, though. It's saying you are taking responsibility, like, for your part, saying, like, I've tried, I put myself out there. If she didn't want to reciprocate, or if she didn't want to work with me, then that's, you know, there's nothing I can do to change her. Is it working? You know, do what you feel like you need to do, right? I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's your life. You should always do what you feel you need to do and never do what you feel like you don't need to do, right? So, I mean, you do what you need to do. I'm just answering the question. I'm just telling you what the cards I feel like they're saying. Okay. I think I'm going to close out for now, and I might come on in a little bit, a couple hours or something. But for now, I'm gonna end it here. So thank you for everybody who donated, And Feisty for being lovely and being here with us and modding for me. I appreciate it. It's very helpful always. So thank you, and I will talk to you guys soon in a couple hours. Hopefully you guys will be there. Bye. Leave me a comment if you got a reading and let me know how it was, okay? Yep. And that's for a reason, right? That's for a reason. That's a good thing. All right, bye, Steve. Bye.